Welcome to Good to Know. Today, we're diving into the rich, complex, and often turbulent story of Ukraine, a land at the crossroads of empires, culture, and conflict. In just a few minutes, we'll explore how this proud nation has fought to define itself. From ancient times to the modern day, Ukraine's story begins thousands of years ago with Neolithic tribes and Scythians, nomadic warriors who roamed the steppes. But the real foundation of Ukrainian identity begins in the 9th century, with the rise of Kievan Rus, a powerful Slavic state centered in what is now Kievan Rus flourished as a center of trade, culture, and Orthodox Christianity. In 988, Prince Vladimir the Great famously adopted Christianity from Byzantium, shaping the region's religion and identity for centuries. But by the 13th century, Kievan Rus fell apart, weakened by internal strife and the devastating Mongol invasion. After the fall of Kievan Rus, Ukraine's lands were carved up by powerful neighbors: the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, the Ottoman Empire, and eventually the Russian Empire. All took turns ruling parts of Ukraine. But resistance remained strong, especially among the legendary Cossacks, fierce warriors who fought for autonomy in the 16th and 17th centuries. One of their leaders, Bohdan Khmelnytsky, led a major uprising in 1648, briefly winning independence before aligning with Russia, a decision that would have lasted. In the 20th century, Ukraine's fate took a tragic turn. Following the Russian Revolution, Ukraine declared independence. But it was soon absorbed into the Soviet Union. Under Stalin, Ukrainians faced the Holodomor, a man-made famine in the 1930s that killed millions. During World War II, Ukraine became a brutal battleground between Nazi Germany and the Soviets. After the war, Ukraine remained part of the USSR, but the desire for freedom never disappeared. In 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed, and Ukraine declared full independence. The move was backed by over 90% of voters. It was a hopeful time, but the new nation faced economic struggles, political corruption, and an ongoing identity crisis, caught between Russian influence and the West. In 2014, Ukraine made headlines around the world. The Euromaidan protests ousted a pro-Russian president after he rejected a deal with the European Union. Soon after, Russia annexed Crimea, and pro-Russian separatists seized parts of eastern Ukraine, sparking an ongoing war in the Donbas region. Then, in 2022, Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, triggering the largest conflict in Europe since World War II. But Ukraine, backed by widespread global support, has shown remarkable resilience, unity, and courage. Ukraine's history is one of survival, of holding on to language, culture, and identity despite centuries of outside domination. It's a story of freedom, sacrifice, and the fight to determine one's own future. And today, that story is still being written, not just in textbooks, but on the front lines. If you learned something new today, give this video a like, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more History Made Simple. Thanks for watching Good to Know, where knowledge meets curiosity.